Is there concrete archaeological evidence for the biblical Exodus? This question has tantalized researchers and enthusiasts for centuries. The Exodus, the dramatic escape of the Israelites from Egypt, as chronicled in the Bible, is a tale that has captivated the imaginations of millions around the world. But how much of it is historical fact? The narrative of the Exodus is compelling. A people enslaved, a series of devastating plagues, a charismatic leader named Moses, and a daring escape across the Red Sea. But what does archaeology tell us about this story? Let's delve into the evidence. Archaeological findings have indeed shown that there were slaves in ancient Egypt. Records from the New Kingdom period, roughly around the 16th century BCE, mention the presence of Apiru or Habiru people. Some scholars suggest that these could have been the Hebrews, the ancestors of the Israelites. Moreover, a papyrus document known as the Leiden Papyrus 348 contains a list of slave names, many of which are Semitic, further supporting the presence of Semitic slaves in ancient Egypt. Now let's move on to the second part of the Exodus narrative, the 10 plagues. The Ipuwer Papyrus, an ancient Egyptian document, describes a series of calamities striking Egypt, which eerily mirror some of the biblical plagues. The river turning to blood, livestock disease, unexplained deaths. All these are present in the Ipuwer Papyrus, suggesting a possible correlation with the biblical narrative. The figure of Moses, the liberator of the Israelites, is a central character in the Exodus story. However, concrete archaeological evidence of his existence remains elusive. Nevertheless, the name Moses is Egyptian in origin and was common among the Egyptian nobility, suggesting that if Moses did exist, he likely belonged to the Egyptian upper class. But why is there not more archaeological evidence for the Exodus? One possible explanation is that the Egyptian government may have deliberately suppressed or destroyed evidence of the Exodus to maintain the image of Egypt as an invincible power. In conclusion, while the archaeological evidence for the Exodus is not definitive, it does provide intriguing hints that parts of the biblical narrative may have a basis in historical events. There is evidence for the presence of Semitic slaves in ancient Egypt, and the Ipuwer Papyrus corroborates some aspects of the 10 plagues. However, tangible proof of Moses' existence remains elusive. Nonetheless, the lack of concrete evidence does not diminish the cultural and religious significance of the Exodus narrative. It continues to be a powerful story of liberation and divine intervention, resonating with various groups throughout history. So, while the archaeological evidence for the Exodus remains a topic of ongoing debate, the story itself continues to captivate and inspire, reminding us of the enduring power of myth and collective memory.